So what's the difference between an unsecured loan with a personal guarantee and a secured loan?
Definitely, yeah. So obviously with the personal guarantee, and that's quite often the view that business owners have, to be honest with you, Michael, on the PG side of things. So with that, it doesn't actually give the lenders any lien typically over your assets or your property. What it does state is that if the business doesn't pay, you would enter a separate payment plan with the lender to settle off the remaining capital payments of that facility. So effectively, you're going to then enter a payment plan not too dissimilar to how you would from HMRC debt as well. And then it works it down personally in an agreeable amount that the individual can afford. When you look at a secured facility, they're typically lent based on a loan to value of the equity within the property, whereas the unsecured loan is done purely on sort of the business's cash flow and obviously what they can afford. So they are different. Another way that we can help support personal guarantees is we've got insurance that we can provide that would cover you on 60% of the PG year one, 70% year two, and 80% year three. So there are other products alongside it that we can have to mitigate risk for them. Equally, if you're in a business where you've got multiple directors, you can have a joint and several personal guarantee where it's split equally between the directors of the business. Whereas on a secured loan, whoever owns that property is the person on the hook for it. So they do differ slightly. Again, with secured funding, there is routes that lenders try to go down to recover the debt prior to collecting on the house. That's generally seen as their last resort option. Because again, if you're, put yourself in the lender's shoes, if you're in a position where you're securing against people's houses and they're taking houses all the time, eventually you're going to gain a reputation for that and people aren't going to want to use you as a lender.